The old mansion. Evening had fallen. The last rays of the sun spread faintly across the sky, and a strange chill filled the air. At the edge of a small village stood an old silent mansion, known to everyone as Haveli. People said that a rich landlord once lived there, but one day he mysteriously disappeared. Since then, no one dared to live in that house again. Rida, a young journalist, arrived there with her friend Purani. Her goal was to make a documentary about the haunted mansion. Rida smiled and said, "I want to see what really happens here." Purani, a little nervous, replied, "Just be careful. I don't like dark places." As they stepped inside, the old wooden door creaked loudly. The air was thick with dust and silence. Broken portraits hung on the walls, faces smiling, but eyes filled with sadness. Rida turned on her camera and began recording. "Rida," Purani whispered, "look at this painting. It feels like the eyes are following us." Rida laughed softly. "That's just your imagination." But when she looked at the camera screen, a shadow passed behind her. She quickly turned around. No one was there. Moments later, the faint sound of a bell echoed through the hall. They both froze. Purani asked, "Where did that sound come from?" Rida replied, "Let's find out." Step by step, they climbed the narrow wooden stairs. Each step creaked under their feet, and the air grew colder. Upstairs, they found an old room. In the middle stood a large antique mirror with a cracked frame. A dusty chair faced the mirror, and on it lay an old leather diary. Rida picked it up and began to read. The word said, "Whoever reads this diary must know Haveli is alive. This house never lets go of its own." As she read the last line, the mirror began to glow faintly. Slowly, the reflection of an old man appeared. Pale face, white beard, dark eyes, wearing an off-white kurta. Purani shouted, "Rida, let's get out of here!" But Rida stood frozen, as if something had taken control of her. The mirror shone brighter, and the old man's voice echoed softly. "You came searching for the truth, Rida. Now you are a part of it." A blinding light filled the room. Then everything went dark. The next morning, villagers entered the mansion and found Purani lying unconscious on the floor. But Rida was gone. On the mirror now appeared a new image, Rida's portrait, smiling faintly, her eyes carrying the same sadness as all the others hanging on the walls. Since that day, people say that the old mansion writes its own story, and anyone who tries to uncover its secret becomes a part of it forever. The end.